Dave Scholler here, telling you like it is. A little NBA Finals update. Bucks down 2-1 right before Game 4 here. A couple of things about the NBA. Uh, Obviously, the free agent period starts a little later this year, but I have to say it's very nauseating to have to have every Laker fan on every website talk about who the Lakers can pick up. How about getting better with what you have, which is several Hall of Famers on a roster, and trying to win a championship? I don't remember that growing up as, let's go grab everybody. And I guess we didn't win one in the 1 year and go out and find a way to get it done by buying three or four other players and trading half our roster. How about making the guys around you better, which, if you're one of those LeBron lovers, shouldn't be a problem. So, you want to pick up somebody at the deadline during the season who's a role player, that's one thing. But to have to now go talk about getting Lillard so you can win, I mean, that's a little shallow, man. That's very shallow. It's just unbelievable. I mean, go get somebody else and make them better. Rodman was ready to be done. Bulls picked him up, got him better. Lakers went out and picked up Michael Thompson at the deadline 1 year. All right, made a big difference. But that's not going out and picking up Damian Lillard. All right, so let's go out and do that. All right, so see if you can make the guys better. Everybody claims that certain guys in this NBA make everybody better. Well, let's prove that. Let's go out and make the guys we have around us better. Plenty of talent on the roster, and let's just see if we can do that instead of crying for new players every 5 seconds. But the other thing is, in Game 4 here, people talk about Milwaukee defensive adjustments. I've been on record talking about how if you keep playing drop coverage, these guards are way too talented. Was it change defense the other night, or just Devin Booker shooting the equivalent of John Starks in Game 7 of the '94 Finals? I don't think it was great difference on the defense. I don't think you can continue to go under on Chris Paul or Devin Booker. And I think if you do, you're in big trouble. It's funny, free throw disparity has been in the news 2 of the 3 games this series, and free throw disparity has been a arguing point in press conferences throughout NBA Finals history. It is just hysterical to see people talk about this like it's new. Again, if you're behind the microphone, you're 25, do a little history check and understand that this goes on all the time. As well as the free throw counting. That started with Karl Malone 1 year as well with the Bulls versus the Jazz. But the thing is, all these trends are not trends that are new, except for the free agent one. That seems to be hugely new. And you can point to the Sixers picking up Moses Malone, but there wasn't too many of those opportunities out there. So what I'm saying is, are the Bucks really playing defense differently, or has Devin Booker just been off a little bit? Last 2 games, he really hasn't shot it that well. I think the key is just to make him work at the other end of the floor too. I mean, plus Drew Holiday is a great defender, one of the better defenders in the league. You can put him on Booker or Chris Paul. I think it's a win-win. People are going to try to complain about Giannis getting all those free throws, but Giannis is tough. He's going to get DeAndre Ayton in foul trouble. Ayton's a great player, so the Phoenix Suns need him to stay on the floor. But I like to see Cam Johnson get some more minutes if you are the Suns. Keep your guards a little bit more fresh. And Cam Johnson can produce. He gets crazy about the dunk. I mean, definitely was a charge, but that's a story for another day. But, I mean, go out and, play basketball. I mean, I think that, the key is still Chris Paul. Devin Booker didn't shoot well, but again, was it really what they did to him? I mean, I don't know. I mean, Middleton has to play so much on both ends of the floor; it's very difficult. So again, they always say shooting is the great equalizer, and here we are. I also see people still give Giannis grief. I've never seen a guy really playing a hyperextended knee before and get 40 back-to-back games. I mean, I think he's the fifth person to ever get 40 in back-to-back games to start with. So they'd be the first one on a hyperextended knee. So again, people to rip on Giannis, it just goes to show you how uneducated many of the fans are out there. You guys need to spruce up on your basketball. Giannis, he's not a great shooter, but so what? There's many different ways to skin a cat, and so Giannis is just a wonderful player, getting 40 on back-to-back games, and then you take into account he's doing on half a leg, is pretty impressive, especially when his game is a lot about athleticism. To do it with a hyperextended knee, I can't even remember the last guy that played well with a hyperextended knee. So you got to give him a lot of credit. So people just got to fess up. You can't be a homer. If you like a guy or don't like a guy, that's one thing. Just like if you like, the Suns, if they win, it's going to be the Chris Paul narrative. I mean, so, but you have to be honest. He's played pretty well so far, but they make him out to be better than he is. But that's the narrative that the NBA has to have. We don't have the stars in this year as much. I mean, Giannis is a two-time MVP, but it's not something that is really guess, a big star in the NBA as far as LeBron goes. I mean, Giannis is just such a great all around player. I consider him a star, but most people probably would say, geez, he's not an offensive threat enough. But I think he's a great player. He's a two-way player, which is why I like him. And so I consider him a star, but it's not really the star power. I mean, I don't. I think everybody respects him. I just think he's, believe it or not, even though he's won two MVPs, still think the fans generally underrate him. I don't think they really understand the game enough. But Giannis is, again, they don't have that LeBron Steph Curry matchup, which we all got used to, and I'm glad to have this new matchup. Though, really pumped up about not having any of those teams in here. These new teams are exciting, and you're watching Bridges and Crowder, who I've always liked, is a tough guy. Those Marquette, Buzz Williams guys are always very tough. Jimmy Butler, Crowder, all right, Matthews, just tough guys. And it's great to see Booker. He's waited a long time, and the fans in Phoenix have been patient with him. DeAndre Ayton has been better than anybody could have hoped for after his last game in college, which is a big disappointment versus Buffalo. Bridges from Villanova, obviously a winner. On the other end, it's fun to watch Middleton. I consider him a guy that self-made player. He seems like a guy that didn't get a lot of hype coming out, but here he is. He's become a wonderful player. The guy who's really improved the most since coming out into the league is Lopez, and Lopez was never doing this stuff. Look at the work this man has put in to do a fantastic job in his career. Lopez has been unbelievable. I'm sorry, I'm just looking off to make sure I get done before the game starts, so I apologize. So the thing is, I'm hoping the Bucks win tonight. We can get this thing to 2-2. That would be great. That would be really fun. Got my Noah's Ark thing behind me here, 2x2 animal picture here. And I got the three dogs on the couch with me here. So I got Rosie on my left here, and sounds like the Wanderers song. I'm only kidding. I got Laylee on the right here, and I got Charlie on the right. So I didn't want to disturb him. So we're doing it from the TV room here, and we're having a good time. Looking forward to watching Game 4. But I would like to see the Bucks win tonight. But who knows? I have a feeling the Suns, probably give us a better effort than the other night. That's not saying much. So many good players on the floor right now, so this is really exciting. Now, like I said, I'd like to see Cam Johnson get some more minutes tonight if I'm Phoenix. But this is a big game. You're either talking about a blowout series or a tied series. So you're either going 3-1 or 2-2. Game 4 is always such a big swing game when it's in its situation. So it's huge. I mean, 3-1 going back home. Well, not going back home, but having two of the last three possibly being at home up 3-1 will be tough to do, to lose that situation unless you get a suspension like Draymond Green or somebody of that nature. Hopefully, we don't go there again. But it's been very, very, very exciting. I think the finals been great. The ratings not been great, but I just think ratings overall for many sports are down. I guess with the exception of football, I think all the fantasy stuff holds that up in the air. But I mean, ratings for all sports have been down. It seems like, but baseball ratings have been regional. All Star game last night, not a good rating. But then again, the All Star game is just I'm really watching more for the Olympics of basketball. To tell you the truth, I'm looking forward to that. Popovich, by the way, I mean this guy's been rude to reporters for years, and to act like we haven't been blowing out Nigeria before. Go back and look at the history. Been blowing out Nigeria for many years. Been blowing out all these other teams for many years. They lost two two times since 1992, I believe it is, in exhibitions. And here we are. This guy's already lost two exhibitions. Now they're exhibitions, and people say, "Well, we're missing a couple of guys." So Tatum, Lillard, and Kevin Durant aren't enough. I think the bottom line is it means more to these other countries. It means more to Patty Mills to go out there and and get something done. It means more to these guys. Our guys are 30, $40 million players. It can't mean the exact same thing. It just can't. It's when you have that kind of money, winning and losing doesn't change your life that much unless you're just a person who really wants to win. But I mean, the Olympic thing. I mean, I'm glad the reporter tried to call him out and popped and goes and lies. Just right in the middle, like, yeah, we have blown out Nigeria. I don't care if Nigeria's got 8 NBA players on the team. It should be better performance than that. The defense is terrible. I think you should have a college coach or a guy like Carlisle who actually knows zones even better. The zone game is different, and this international game is totally different. ISO ball is a little different. They're not going to play you that way. So I think the shooting becomes a big factor, and obviously KD can stick it, and so can Tatum, and so can Lillard. So I don't see how there's a problem there at all. But the other thing is, just so rude to a reporter and try to talk to the reporter like he's a 5-year-old. I'm glad the reporter basically got to just smack them back because it's bullcrap. We have blown out Nigeria many times, but Pop, being Pop, and I love what Kendrick Perkins said. I've been saying it for years. Great coach, but you know what? You didn't win it without the talent. You drove freaking Leonard to sit, and then how's that gone since you had the three of the four most coachable guys on the planet ever in Ginobili, Parker, and Duncan since they've been gone. All basically foreign players, although Duncan is a Virgin Islands if you want to consider that foreign. But three of the easiest guys you ever want to coach in your life, and you win, and great job. But at the same time, let's be honest. I mean, since then, LaMarcus Aldridge didn't want to deal with you. Leonard didn't want to deal with you. I mean, so it's it's a tough situation. So we'll see. But I mean, just rude to the reporter. Just be nice to the reporter and say, yeah, I'm concerned about it. But he's always been a jerk. He was even a jerk to Craig Sager when he was healthy. Then when Craig Sager got hurt, all of a sudden he was, Mr. I love Craig Sager. So just a little NBA update there. Listen to us. We're on iTunes now. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on Cast. We're on all these different ones. Give us an opinion. Look us up. We'd love to have you on. If you want to come on and talk sports, you have a level of expertise in something, or something you're really comfortable about, we'd love to have you on. And we'll have you on the video, and we put the video out there. And many of the sites we're on only pick up the podcast on audio, so don't worry about it. And Game 4 is about to start, so we're gonna cut out here. I think Phoenix is gonna have a better showing tonight, but I'd like to see Milwaukee win. That's what I'm going with. So let's see how this comes out tonight, and hopefully we can get a competitive game. That's what we want, because the first three games have not been that competitive. They've been there for a while, but not great. So let's get this done tonight. There's Kareem in the crowd. Love that, Kareem, and I was hoping they'd have Kareem there and Oscar last time the Bucks won. That would be great. That'd be just fantastic if we could do that. There's Oscar. All right, awesome. Now I'm ready to go. We got Oscar Robinson there. Can we bring back Terry Cummings and Bob Lanier and Sidney Moncrief, one of my all-time favorites? And wow, Sidney Moncrief, such an under. Junior Bridgman, Marcus Johnson. Those are great teams in the 80s, just that the Sixers and the Celtics were rough. The one year they did beat the Celtics, and then the Sixers annihilated them. But all right, we got to go now. Enjoy Game 4. Thanks for coming on with us. Subscribe. It's free.